Good Sunday morning, everyone. Chris Allen here live on the Sam YouTube, Instagram, and X, all sponsored by Ace Hard Marketplace. Ooh, it's really cold this morning. Um, Not quite as cold as some of the numbers we're putting out. Looking at zero or below zero, and certainly there are those locations which you'll see coming up on the Mesonet map that are below zero. But like right now is a 5:45 on this Sunday morning. It's three degrees in Bowling Green. Close enough. When it's cold, it's hard to tell the difference, right? Yeah, exactly. Look at the satellite, clear everywhere. Now the kind of grayish hue that you see, that's all the clear skies, and that's a reflection of the snow that's on the ground. And so the satellite, thousands of miles up in the atmosphere, is picking that up, and that's seeing. So there you go. High pressure all the way around in the Missouri Boot Hill. We've got it along the Ohio River, the Wabash River, and then over in the northeastern corner of the state, we're covered in big time high pressure, and it will continue to give us all the clear skies that we're seeing across the area today. So even some of these other places where you're seeing a little bit of a brighter shade of gray, some of that may be a little fog, but otherwise skies are clear and they're going to stay clear today. Sunny day ahead, and we're going to try to warm things up a little bit more as we get into this afternoon. How about pushing 30? Maybe. That would be a heat compared to what we've had lately, right? Yeah, it would. Let's take a look at some of the Kentucky mesonet temperatures, as I mentioned. And boy, is it cold this morning. Now, we do a lot of places that are below zero. Like, look at this up in LaRue County. No, Marion County, Lebanon, Kentucky is almost 7 degrees below zero. And so is Campbellsville, almost seven below zero. Then you've got Adair County, Columbia, almost 5 degrees below zero. We do have two below zero at the northern Warren County sensor, which is up at the Corvette plant, but we have zero. It's a warming trend on the southern edge of Warren County near the Ag Expo Center. Half a degree, half of a degree, ladies and gentlemen, rounded up to a zero. You've got -5 in Monroe County this week, -6 in Burkesville, the usual cold spot, but there are some other spots that are as cold or even colder than that. The winds are calm, thankfully. So I just want to, out of curiosity, check the wind chill. Yeah, doesn't change anything because the winds are pretty much calm across the area. So that's good. If the winds were still up, then we would be looking at 10 below zero and 15 below zero wind chill factor this morning, but that is not the case. Thank goodness. So if you're up and you're getting ready to go to church or getting ready to do something today, it will get progressively warmer as we go through the day. Enough to me with the sun do some radiational melting, but as far as melting because of warmer temperatures, that's not going to come until tomorrow. And then about the same time, we're going to get some rain and a lot of it. All right, here's a look at the numbers. Today we'll go upper 20s, maybe close to 30. Maybe. Somebody might hit 30 this afternoon. Then we go back down to 16. So if there's any melting today, everything's going to refreeze overnight tonight. And then we go back to the 40s for the first time in really over a week tomorrow. That is when the real melting begins to take place. But about the time we get there and go to 50, On Tuesday, that's the first leg of rain begins to pull in, then the rain is going to be with us. Look at those numbers: 50, then 61, 63. And we're talking maybe even some thunderstorms on Wednesday into Thursday. 57 on Friday. That's running about 10 degrees above average. That 63 is running, 15 degrees above average or so. And then we go 52 on Saturday, 44. We go back into the 40s. And those numbers from next Sunday, a week from today, and then all the way through the middle of next week, the last day of January, which is not this Wednesday, but the next Wednesday, the 31st, those numbers are in line with where we're supposed to be for this time of the year, about 46, 47, 48. Yeah, that's pretty typical of where we're supposed to be at the end of January for an average temperature. So we're going to get back there. We just got to shake out this cold, go to a little warming trend with all the rain, and then we're going to go back to more normal readings for this time of the year. I don't know for how long, but the long range is showing a trend of warmer temperatures as we go into the beginning of February. All right. Here's a look at the maps over the coming days. High pressure, there it is. Look, 1039, 1041, 1039, 1041. All of this just big, dominant high pressure. So today will be beautiful. And from the sun's radiation itself, we'll get some melting, but it won't be because we get above freezing. So some melting, but then refreezing tonight as temperatures get back down into the teens. But then the center of high pressure moves east. And as I've explained the last couple of days, will then begin later this evening and during the day tomorrow. We'll get a more southerly wind flow around the center of high pressure. The winds will go south or from the south, then push northward, and that means warmer times for. But then out west, we'll to see the next wave of precipitation take shape. We warm it up here. This is Monday morning early. There will be all kinds of mixed precipitation back to the west. But by the time any moisture from the Mexico gets here Monday night into Tuesday, there might be this brief period in which we see a little mix to start, but then it'll all change over to rain because by then temperatures will be above freezing. We're going to get up to 42 on Monday. Monday night will be down close to freezing, but not enough to get where there's going to be too much of this mixy stuff in there. Some along the Ohio River, yes, but further south into southern Kentucky, no, it's going to pretty much all be rain, and certainly all rain as we get into Tuesday. Look at the coverage. Lots of rain. A lot of people are going to get a lot of rain. And then here we go into Wednesday. The front comes in, stalls across the air, and that means continual rain and enough instability, just a touch of instability, to produce some thunder and lightning. Not seeing a severe weather situation. This is going to be more of a heavy rain situation. And as I've mentioned before, possibility of flooding because temperatures are going to go way above freezing. We're going to melt this snowpack, and then we're going to add new rain on top of that at a soaked ground already. And that makes for the possibility of some localized flooding. So we may see some flood watches or flood warnings along some of the Green River Basin. It is a possibility. Just giving you a heads up here. And we're talking about several inches of rain over the coming days. Here's Thursday, ripple of low pressure rides along that stalled boundary, and it just keeps raining. And look how far north. I mean, there's no winter weather up there north of us where it's normally a lot colder. everybody's going to get warmer air and everybody's going to get rain, lots of rain. Here we go into Friday. We start to see it wind down a little, but even into Saturday, we're going to keep some showers in the forecast. So we're talking an entire week of rain, day after day after day. It's not going to rain continuously, but it's going to seem like it because the rain chances will always be there throughout the upcoming week and even into the beginning of next weekend. How much rain? Well, let me show you. This is the storm prediction outlook for QPF, precipitation forecast. In other words, it's a fancy name for how much rain are we going to get over the next week. Well, look where the look where the bulk of it is. I mean, the worst of the rains are going to be from Texas, Louisiana, southern Arkansas, much of Mississippi. But even we get, and there's southern Kentucky in the red zone, and we're talking about between 3 and 4 inches of rain collectively, not all at once, thank God, because if it was all at once, we would be talking about major flooding. But this is going to come over the span of 5, 6, 7 days. So, because of that, it gives it time to build up some rain and then run off a little bit, build up some more, run off a little bit. The ground is already soaked pretty good. So, whatever rain we add to this, several inches, 3, 4 inches of rain, it's going to cause some minor flooding across the area, especially along the Green River, the Barren River, the Rough River, Trammell Creek, all those places that normally flood, we're going to have some issues. So that's what we've got to watch for all week long next week. But, and somebody said, when I mentioned this to them yesterday, they said, imagine if that was snow and not rain. Whoa. I mean, that would be, I don't know if we could handle that. 10-to-1 ratio, 3 to 4 inches. You're talking about, you know, what, 40, 40 inches of rain, 30 to 40 inches of snow, a couple of feet of snow, maybe 3 feet of snow, somewhere in there. Yeah. We don't need that. I think we don't. Somebody's saying, yeah, we do. No, I don't think we need that. You're talking about paralyzing snow for us. That would be, but it's all going to be rain. So here it comes. All right, you guys have a great Sunday. Thank you for watching as always. God bless you. And I'll see you here with a fresh update tomorrow morning.